You're on The Morning Show with Ricky Lambert. As I mentioned earlier in the show, we catch up with Senator Alex Antic regularly. He's a South Australian senator for the Liberal Party. And last week we spoke with him about the social media giants Facebook and Twitter and the other behemoth, Google, and the influence they're having on Australians, on the Australian public debate and on politics. I shared some of what Senator Antic had to say earlier in the program about identity politics, quite independently of the PM speaking about that very topic last night in Sydney. So I asked Senator Antic today about the proposal to create an equivalent to Facebook run by the ABC to try and combat fake news and trolling and other things online. Here's what he had to say about that proposal.
So the suggestion has been that the ABC, through publicly funded means, run its own social media platform in the form of Facebook. Now that's the pitch. Immediately, it's a pretty simple answer from me. It's a great big no, yeah. and I'll tell you why. First of all, one of the problems we've got with the ABC at the moment, in my view, is this mission creep. You know, we still don't really know in the modern era what the ABC is meant to do. Back when it was formed in the 30s, it was designed really as a sort of a way of conglomerating all of the various different radio stations. Now it's become this great big behemoth where it's doing internet and it's doing magazine-style shows and it's doing TV and it's doing radio, it's doing the internet. This is just another limb to that. And really, in my view, what would happen if the ABC started its own social media network would be we would just get another left-wing echo chamber in the form that we've already got in the form of Twitter and other such organisations. And except the only issue is this time the taxpayer would pay for it.
So rather than give more power to the ABC to run a social media platform, Senator Antic actually proposes that it have limits on its power by having a different oversight model, having an ombudsman overseeing complaints and concerns about the ABC. Here's what he's proposing.
Well, we've got a telecommunications ombudsman at the moment, and that's the title. It's given authority under the Telecommunications Ombudsman Act, or whatever it is. So it would be a public broadcasting ombudsman, but it would also cover the SBS and any other broadcasters that fit under that banner. And the idea would be, at the moment, if you make a complaint about the ABC, it basically goes into a pile. They receive, according to their annual report, something in the order of 3,500 complaints per annum. It very much ends normally in nothing happening. The reason for that is what we need is a proper, independent, accountable body that has no tie back to the organisation, that simply is able to make a decision based on the merits.
What I find fascinating about this proposal is that the ABC runs an organisation called Media Watch that appears, or used to appear last I checked. I don't watch the platform anymore. They used to have a show, Media Watch, running on Monday nights just before Q&A, which is now shifted to Thursday nights, to keep an eye on media organisations, including themselves. But I think, as the old adage goes, it was a bit like Caesar watching Caesar. People have complained that Media Watch doesn't really tend to pick up things with great vigour when it comes to the ABC itself, or maybe it hasn't done in recent times. It does sound like Senator Antic is like a dog with a bone on this one. He's going to keep digging away until he gets some answers or gets some movement on making the ABC more accountable. We'll bring you more of what Senator Antic has to say on politics in future weeks on The Morning Show.